What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. I know it's been a little bit of time since I came with the last video, but that's because, the prep season has started. We've been running, ripping and running, things like that. So I haven't really been having as much free time as I did before. So I do want to tell you guys right now, in terms of my posting schedule, it's going to be a little bit hit or miss, right? So, but just in terms of times, not really much in terms of days, things like that. Because I still plan to get out at least 3 to 4 this week, maybe even 5 videos. But in terms of times, like today, it'll probably be 5:36. Other days, it'll be like my regular time, like 2:30. And then there might even be days I drop some at noon because the only time I can get free was that morning. And, I'm ready to get it out. So it'll just be dependent on the day. But as you can see by the title, today we got Emoni Bates and Jalen Duren's Memphis breakdowns, right? So this was Emoni's official college debut. This was Duren's second one. I'm not sure why Emoni didn't play in the first one, but this was his official debut. Like Emoni, I remember I was probably one of the people that were the highest on him when he first came on the radar, like when he was like 15, and you got everybody talking about this 6'7", 6'8", 15-year-old that can do everything. He looked like baby KD. And I was fine with that, with people calling him that, because at the time, like, this dude at 15, 3-level score. I'm talking about can give it to you however he want. He can knock down the three. One of Emoni's favorite things, he loved that pull-up, and at his height, no one's contesting it. So he does that all the time. He's getting to the rack whenever he wants to. Now, part of the reason why, up to now, some of the draft analysts have kind of got a little bit down on him is because, like, KD's a 3-level scorer, but KD also plays defense. KD also can make reads. KD's also a pretty good ball handler, right? Emoni, as he's progressed, right, I've even noticed this. The other parts of his game haven't developed as much as his scoring has, right? Because he's always been able to score. Like, he's always been a bucket, but can he play defense consistently? Can he give great effort time and time again throughout the entirety of the game, and not just, pick and choose spots where he wants to play defense or give effort or, things like that. But that's why when he went to Memphis, I was surprised. Because for me, I'm thinking like this dude's game is not made for college. This dude is a ISO bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like defense ain't really that high up for him. You know what I'm saying? He can do a little bit of some of the other stuff, but scoring is his calling card. So I'm like, okay, he needs the spacing. He should probably go to the league. So when I seen he committed to Memphis, I'm like, okay. But then I started to read into it. They're saying Penny wants him to play the point. And I feel like that's, that's smart. Because like right now, like I just said, the knock on him is he's just a scorer. He does not much else. But if you can show you can play the point, and be effective at it, especially with Jalen Duren, who, like, these dudes before they reclassed, I think they were number 1 and number 2 in their specific class, like before they moved up. So let's get into Duren a little bit. Seen a little bit of him here and there. We haven't done a breakdown on him. We need to, his own individual breakdown, but I've seen him when he was on team final. Like, dude was a grown man, like stocky, getting every rebound, punching everything. So I've been really excited to see, especially how these two gel together. I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. Jalen's ability to knock down the shot is going to be huge, not only for Memphis this year, but in terms of his long-term career. This is a legitimate grown man who has no problem finishing through contact or multiple defenders. This is big time by Emoni and will definitely translate once he gets to the next level. I want you guys to all notice how he just gets to his spot, raises up, knocks it down. Easy. Emoni looks extremely comfortable with the ball in his hands. This is a big time pass, especially when at 6'9", he could have easily taken that shot with a minimal contest. As I said before, because of Emoni's height, he can get his shot off at almost any time he wants. I froze it here so you guys can see that the player closing out is at least 6'10", still gets a great contest on the ball, but it doesn't matter, bucket. Even though this is Emoni's first time playing the point guard position, he still shows flashes of the vision, as you can see here, that's going to help him be successful in his future. Again, Jalen Duren is a grown man who's an exceptional athlete for his height and weight. This play is a great example of how exciting Memphis is going to be to watch this year. Watch how Jalen Duren gets the block and ends up catching the run out. Even though he bobbles it, still is able to get it to Emoni, who finishes the tough up and under lay. Just a big-time play by Jalen Duren, being able to catch the tough pass, recognize the defense, and still get it out to his teammate for 3. Expect a lot of plays like this from Memphis this year, especially with their length and athleticism. Watch how Emoni gets the first block, Jalen Duren comes and gets the second one, and then one of their teammates cleans up the mess by getting the third. Imani has proved to be a pretty solid shooter for most of his career, and nothing has changed now. If you give him any space, bucket. Okay, so Imani and Jalen. We're going to start with Jalen since I started the video talking about Imani. Jalen, like this dude, like I said at the beginning, this dude at 18, 17, however old he is, because he did reclass, but he might have, been a year early in reclass. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look it up, but this dude, whatever he is, this dude is a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got to college, I was skinny. Like I was a twig, bro. Like I don't even know what I was, like 220 something, like twig. So seeing him, I'm like, how are you coming into college like that? Because I didn't get to how I look now till about my junior year. So I'm like, how are they even, this is why this dude is a 5-star. Like this dude looks like the NBA, a legitimate NBA big right now. And it's not only, you know what I'm saying, just the looks. This dude can play. This dude can play. As you saw in the game, now again, the competition wasn't the greatest. This was an exhibition game. But still, you can see this dude's potential. You can see how at his size and at his build, how athletic he is, how he's catching oops, hanging on the rim, crazy, punching. You know what I'm saying? You see, he already knows how to seal. That's something that I'm trying to, teach the bigs that we have at the prep. Sealing for bigs is huge. Like it's huge, and understanding your footwork, how to spin, things like that. He's already shown that he has a little bit of a feel for it. So imagine what he's going to look like at the end of his freshman year when he's had a year of college coaching. Like imagine what that's going to look like then. I think it was first play of the game, dude get it on the block, face up. I hadn't seen this when I was watching team final when him and Imani played, like when they played for team final this summer, you know what I'm saying, on Peach Jam. I didn't see that many jumpers out of him. Like I didn't see him, you know what I'm saying, facing up, jabbing, you know what I'm saying, knocking it down and making it look that easy, that smooth. You know what I'm saying? Now, I did see him take a couple free throws. I didn't put him in the video. It didn't look, as fluid as it did right there, but obviously, this dude, if he can't shoot now consistently, he has the form, he has that base where later on in his career, when he obviously is a hard worker, he's going to develop that shot. And then when he does that, you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's spooky. Like I tell y'all all the time, bigs like this trying to box out, it's different. I ain't gonna lie, because they always on your back. He's extremely physical and he knows how to play, you know what I'm saying? And he can make some reads. He can make some reads, right? So for a lot of bigs, like let's just say you go set a screen, you get the ball in the pick and roll and somebody steps up. For a lot of bigs, they're out of control. They don't know what to do. They end up getting that charge. They don't know how to come to 2 feet and make the pass to the corner, because that's where the defender came from. He's showing he can make the reads like that. I don't know if he was in that specific situation, but I do remember when he was under the rim, somebody came over, he made that pass to the corner. Not a lot of bigs do that. A lot of bigs, especially he had 3 people on him. But I've done it. I've done that a couple times. Even if I see all the people, I'm still trying to go up, because you know what I'm saying, I don't get that many touches. So when I get it, I'm trying to score. It's good to see that he's unselfish, right? Let's get into Imani. So obviously, this dude is one of the most hyped players in recent history, other than Z. Like I said at the beginning, this dude was baby KD. He was expected to be that, is still expected to be that, regardless of what people are saying. Oh, he's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not what we expected. He's still expected to be at one point an all-star in his career. Let's just get into what he did in this game. I feel like he had 12 points. It's not like he was really putting on, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. But what he did do, Imani showed you he showed you his toolbox. Like you saw, this dude has no problem bringing the ball up the floor at all. Like, and I see it's obviously it's coming to him, starting to play the point, things like that. It's coming to him, but you can see like he has the vision. He has no problem bringing it up. He doesn't look like he's sped up at all with the ball in his hands. He might get it on a swing. He understands, even though like Imani understands that at 6'9", especially in college at the wing, no one's blocking your shot. So if we're being honest, he can get a shot off whenever he wants to at any time. So, I mean, it's just great to see him making that extra pass, especially early when one of the biggest knocks on him was, oh, yeah, he's selfish. He doesn't know how to play with other teammates, things like that. Like this dude making reads off of back cuts, no looks, things like that. So that's great to see. And then his scoring, like I've said, it's always been there. You saw he's getting to his spot. He's getting to that mid-range easy, knocking it down. He's looking like another thing. He can knock down the 3, but he was a little bit streaky at times. It looked like it's pretty good now. I think he hit 2 or 3 threes. He hit 2 threes. So like he's showing he can do that. He's showing, all in all, he just showed like that package, that complete package is coming. Not to mention, this dude was competing defensively. If someone's, because we've done a lot of breakdowns, especially on 5-stars, and I told y'all all the time, players of that caliber, a lot of the times they can get away with not playing defense because they're so prolific on the other end. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of an adjustment period for them going to college or going to the league when someone's not just ask you to drop 30, they ask you to drop 30 and lock up the other dude on the other team. So to see him give that defensive effort, and just for Memphis as a whole, like these dudes, you know what I'm saying, wingspan crazy. Y'all saw they got 3 blocks back to back to back. And I'm not talking about like just tap blocks. They pin it on the backboard. Imani pin it on the backboard. Then Duren come and slam some. Then number 23 come punch it out of bounds. So it's going to be scary, especially for opposing offenses trying to score in the paint against them, especially when Memphis gets out of transition with the athletes they have. And they have, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, they have Landers Nolley. He's from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Bucket. Like bucket. So for Memphis in general, you know, it's always those teams that are extremely talented. They don't usually pan out. But with this team, like if Penny can get them all gelling, like with what they have, the size they have, the talent they have, because they have what? Imani, Landers, and Duren are first team all conference, for real, talents in that conference. So if he can get them gelling and meshing, not to mention they still got Lester. I forget who else they got, but they got extremely highly talented players. I think they got a shot to go pretty far in the tournament and really make some noise. And if Imani can, you know, be effective at that point position, don't be surprised when he goes number 1. Don't be surprised. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. You want the one-on-one instruction, subscriber breakdowns that get posted on the channel. Hit my website, day-to-day, things like that, story times. Hit my Patreon. Like I said, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time with the next video.